What is up, homies? My name is Felix and I'm here back again with another video for you all today. And I'm pretty excited about this one, as I know some of you are as well. Today's the day my brand new PHONK drum kit is finally out. You guys can go purchase it right now for yourself. There'll be a link down in the description below. So this drum kit is tailored towards pretty much every funk genre, not just, drift funk, the one that everybody knows. And also this is just a pretty good drum kit in general to use for, various different trap things. It's got a bunch of great stuff. It's 90 different drum samples, which is quite a bit, and it's only $19.99. So yeah, let's just get into this video here today. We'll cook up a couple little funk beats real quick. I'll show you guys some of the sounds in the kit, give you guys a little preview. So yeah, make sure you guys check out my Instagram and my SoundCloud down in the description below, along with the playlist of songs I've produced, Beat Store, Discord, all that stuff. Go check it out if you'd like to do so. And now let's get into this video. Alright, so this drum kit will work in whatever DAW you choose to use. All the files are WAV format. You can also use the drum kit for whatever beats you want. I don't care if you put them on Spotify or anything like that. You don't have to ask me. The one thing I would say though is if you make anything cool with it, just send it to my Instagram. Right there. But the first thing we should talk about is the cover art, because I spent a lot of time on this cover art and I think it turned out very perfect. This is the cover art right here. You guys saw it in the thumbnail. It's inspired a lot by like old 90s Memphis rap mixtape covers and stuff like that. I basically just tried to make it like a parody of those old album covers, and I think it turned out pretty well. So yeah, pretty proud of that. Probably equally as proud of the cover as I am of the drum kit. But yeah, now let's actually take a look at what's in the drum kit. So we've got a variety of folders here: 808s, claps, crashes, hi-hats, kicks, open hats, perks, snares, the usual drum kit kind of stuff. And then also this. For all the drift funky people out there, I had to include that. It's just kind of like a staple at this point. But like I said, these aren't specifically tailored towards drift funk. You can use them for pretty much whatever type of funky stuff you want. Pretty much all of the 808s are very hard hitting. Same with most of the kicks here. So I think there's almost 20 snare samples in here, because with the snares, I was just really going ham. I was able to come up with a lot of really gritty sounding samples. Here's a few of the snare samples in here. I think they all turned out really good. And obviously there's a bunch more sounds in here as well that you'll have to check out for yourself, 90 of them to be exact. But honestly, let's just cook up a few beats with this thing and show you guys what this thing is all about. So there's no acapellas or chops or anything like that in here, because I feel like that would kind of be illegal if I was selling somebody else's song. However, those Memphis rap samples are really not too hard to find. So let's just pull up a couple samples here. And then we'll pull up some sounds from my PHONK drum kit. And just make a quick little pattern here. So as you can hear, we've already got a pretty nice funk beat going on. But if we want to make this a lot more funkier, what we'll do is take this sample and just do like a little telephone filter like this. And then we'll also put a little bit crusher on it. And what I'd recommend doing with the drum samples so that they hit way harder is to have a soft clipper on your master track and then go to the drums and just turn up this volume here. I would definitely recommend this with the kicks, but also if you want to do it with the 808s or even sometimes the snares, whatever floats your boat, you can do whatever you want. And if we wanted to go drift funk mode, we could bring in the cowbell and do one of these. I actually made this little like house drift funk type beat for the little preview track that you guys can listen to if you click the link in the description below. But it sounds like this. It's pretty cool. Basically what I did is I just took the toxic kick, 4 on the floor pattern, really easy, and I just took this snare. As you can hear, it goes really well for this type of beat. And then I just took this engine hat and made it kind of like a shaker pattern almost. And then I added this little sub bass, which is actually really fire. And then just this classic open hat here. And then obviously you gotta have the acapella sample. And then obviously you gotta have the cowbell in there. And then I also combined a crash and a little impact sound. So I got this little crash sound combined with this, which makes this. Pretty cool, actually. I think that sounds really good. And then obviously with these funk beats, a lot of it is in the mixing. So one thing I did is with the kick, I sidechained it to like everything pretty much. Mostly just little sub bass 808, the acapella, and the cowbell I think too. And then on the master, I threw on a little J37 tape here. And then this plugin called Real Light Pro is really good for adding like some vintage color to your tracks. If you turn it off, and then this is with it on. That just hits so much harder. It's like a life hack. And then another one of the tracks I made that I'm pretty proud of personally, I've got this sample right here. And then we got this little acapella over it. And then I also, obviously, have all the drums from my kit here. This Eastern kick, which is probably one of my favorite kicks in here. And that's boosted quite a bit, but just the clean sound of that kick hits very hard. And then gotta have the snare. And then this 808 right here, which actually would be really good for pretty much any genre. It's just got the right amount of distortion, the right amount of grit to it. And then you bring it all together, sounds like this. I think this one's pretty cool, personally one of my favorites. And then I also made this little track that's kind of more like a darker funk, like almost like Suicide Boys type stuff. We got this acapella right here. And then I also added a little violin sound. And then I added like a little pizzicato string thing. Just kind of like something out of a horror movie soundtrack. I think it fit pretty well with this. And then we've got probably one of my favorite 808s in the kit, which is this Bionic 808. Got this kick right here, which I think this kick is pretty cool because it's kind of got like a little bit of like a hi-hat in there as well. Gotta have the snare. This snare is really good. Honestly, this is kind of one of those ones that I couldn't really see being used for much else other than funk. That's just like a characteristic funk snare right there. And it all just comes together and sounds like this. And then the last beat that I cooked up here for the little preview track is kind of more on like the jazzier funk vibe. As you can hear, a very funky sample, not funky, funky sample. And then I just added this little acapella, which separately, you wouldn't normally think that those two would sound good together, but when you put them together, that's just the magic of funk right there. You put a Memphis rap acapella over anything and it's gonna probably sound good. And then obviously we've got the standard little drum pattern here. This hi-hat from the kit is called the concrete hat. Pretty standard sound there, nothing too crazy. But then we've got this one, which is really cool. It's called blindness hat. And it's kind of pitched down and has a little bit more realistic sound to it. And what I use it for here is to add kind of like a contrasting 4 on the floor type pattern as opposed to the 2-step hi-hats. And I put it all together and we got this. Pretty cool, I think. So yeah, honestly at this point there's not too much more I can show you guys. I mean, I previewed a lot of the sounds for you guys, showed you how they might sound within your beats and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly I just really hope you guys enjoy this kit. I put a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. You guys are super awesome, by the way. I posted about this on my Instagram when I found out about it. But the last kit, my vintage drum kit, got up to like number 7 on the Track Train charts. So Track Train, the website that I sell beats and kits through, they have like a weekly and monthly chart or whatever, and we got up to number 7 on there. Of all of the people out there posting things, we got up to number 7, which is absolutely crazy. So I love you guys for that. You guys are awesome. And I hope those of you who got the vintage drum kit liked that one and were satisfied with that. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Make some cool beats with it. If you do make some cool beats, make sure you send them to me on Instagram or whatever. I would love to hear them. Let me know what your favorite sound is from this drum kit. There's a lot of pretty good sounds, so I'm interested to hear which one is your guys' favorite. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it for me. Make sure you guys go check out my Instagram and my SoundCloud down in the description below, along with the playlist of songs I produce, Beat Store, Discord, all that stuff. Go check it out if you'd like to do so. My funk drum kit, obviously, go cop that for yourselves, and I will see you guys next time.
Energy critical, I think we both need some saving.